All right, last news story of the day. The Game Awards have officially released their Game of the Year list. We had just talked about, we had a whole show about our Game of the Year and what we think a Game of the Year should be. So these are the 6 games that are up for the Game of the Year from the Game Awards. I think that the show is sometime in December. So it's Control, Death Stranding, Resident Evil 2, Sekiro Shadows Die Twice, Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, and The Outer Worlds. So those are your choices for the 2019 Game of the Year. How do you feel about it?
Everything but Sekiro and Smash are real stinkers in my opinion.
Yeah, this is the real fart gate here.
Who the fuck comes up with this shit? Somebody gets fucking paid to come up with this shit. Like, what the actual fuck?
No Fortnite 2, no nothing.
Resident Evil 2 is on here though.
How and why? How is that even in consideration?
It's getting a lot of love, yeah, from both like critics and consumers. Like they're all about Resident Evil 2.
Sure, it might have been a great game.
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
You know, it might have done the kind of declining quality. You know, the whole. You know, everyone says that Resident Evil has been kind of going down the tube since 7 or before 7, right? So this might have been like the jump. You know, the kick that it needed to like win everybody's favor back. That doesn't mean it deserves to be a Game of the Year. It's a fucking remake.
Yeah, well, exactly. It's like I keep seeing people say, like, oh, it was such a different experience from the original. It was so much better. Well, one, I fucking hope it was. If it wasn't better than the original, then we have some real fucking problems on our hands with game development and the current state of the industry. But like that isn't how we critically view games based on how they are compared to themselves 15 years in the past. Like we're not like when Anthem 2.0 comes out, we're not going to say, "Oh, Anthem 2.0 is really really fucking great compared to Anthem 1." Well, yeah, of course it is. Anthem 1's terrible. It better be.
Yeah. Game of the Year winner. Anthem 2.0, baby.
And that's it's a false equivalency. It's a false equivalency because I mean, Resident Evil, the remake is impressive. It is impressive. I played it as Leon. It was good. We know how I feel about the replayability and the value of the game. I've talked about it 80 times on the show. I'm not going to say it again. But yeah, it just does not deserve a 1 out of 6 spots for Game of the Year.
Yeah.
It just
Where's
doesn't.
Metro Exodus? Where are all these other games that aren't remakes on this list? I don't even... Control is like... I haven't heard shit about Control other than an Instagram ad like a day before it came out. Like, that was it.
I think it was an Epic exclusive for a while.
You
and
know,
I think
like,
that really hurt its...
Sekiro is the only game on this list
PC?
that I feel deserves to be on here. Yes.
Control. Well, I know it was on Epic for a while. But I don't know if it came out on consoles.
I thought I looked on Steam and you couldn't... Oh, maybe that's why I can't get it on Steam. I'm sorry, because it's on... Epic still. Yeah, August 2020 for Control. That's what I was looking at.
Oh, okay.
Sekiro and Super Smash are the only ones, and maybe Outer Worlds that deserve. Death Stranding. Yeah, I don't know.
No. Outer Worlds doesn't deserve to be on the list. I bought it. It's like people.
Did you get the same feeling you got from playing New Vegas by playing Outer Worlds?
No, absolutely not. Fallout 3 and New Vegas are superior to the Outer Worlds in every single way. It's not even close. They're not like that similar of games though, because it's not an open world. It's you have to like fly to different planets, and you're like kind of on rails. It's a little bit open. It gives you the sense that it's open, but there's like nothing around. The loot's like all the same. It's like really not very good. You can see how shallow it is about 5 hours into the game. You're like, oh wait, I already saw all this already. Like heavy reuse of enemies. Not a lot of weapon diversity. The skill trees are bad. It's like you level up and it's like, okay, do I want like 10% crit damage increase or like 50 more health? That's like your choices. It's like there's nothing there that's different or original. It's
a passive.
It's like just like a standard. It got praise because people are comparing it to Fallout 76. And like I just said like 2 minutes ago about like Anthem and Anthem 2.0, like, yeah, I hope it's better than Fallout 76. Fallout 76 is terrible.
Maybe the
Like,
worst game in the last.
You can't praise a game for
years.
being better than Fallout 76. I could make a game in 2 days and it would be better than Fallout 76.
What happened to Borderlands 3? I'm sorry to throw this off, but wasn't that also?
Everybody praised the gameplay and
Thought
the
it was
story
great.
was shit.
Yeah, I mean, people liked it though.
Yeah.
It sold like hotcakes. I thought like people really enjoyed it.
Well, by those standards, like, did you not think maybe it sold a lot and people really liked it?
Should probably be up. I think it should probably be up here.
I didn't play
but
it.
just my opinion, and it sounds like Matt's in an agreement that like I think the only game, in my opinion, at least among this list, Sekiro, hands down.
Mm-hmm.
I think I said that in the episode where we talked about the other list that I still said it. Like Sekiro was great.
I voted for Sekiro.
Fantastic.
I can live with Super Smash.
Really, is a game of the year?
It is a good game.
I mean, compared to the other shit on the list, fuck yeah.
Yeah.
I agree.
I'm just comparing to the other shit that's on the list. Sure, I don't think you can say that.
I wouldn't think that
game's
somebody who
better than-
loses to Isabel would think it was a game of the year.
Are you talking to me?
I
It
don't
was
know.
one game.
Mama.
And I was tired. I was stressed out from work. Like I had a lot of things on my mind.
I'd be stressed too if I was getting my ass whipped by somebody who never played the game before as Isabel.
As Isabel. I think like I had a full stock on him too, and he came back 1v1 and like just whooped my ass.
I'm pretty sure you had like 3 stocks on
No. All right, let's not stretch it too much. No.
Do you think is this like a travesty if Sekiro doesn't win Game of the Year at the Game Awards?
Unless it's Death Stranding. I think that's the only game that
I agree with that.
should be able to beat it.
I don't want to go too far into Death Stranding. I've been digging kind of deep on this, and I haven't played it. I don't have a console to play it right yet. So,
well, if you need to play Sekiro, dude,
I don't. From what I'm gathering, it has like all the, the pretty like, it has the bow, it has the nice wrapping paper and shit, but I don't think it necessarily has the substance.
That's a shame.
Sekiro.
No. Death Stranding.
Okay.
I maybe speaking prematurely, but the more I look into it, the worse I feel.
Did you
about
beat
it.
Sekiro yet, Josh?
Oh yeah, I did. Where have you?
Yeah, a couple times.
No, you never did.
I beat it. I beat it with Isabel.
What happened at the end?
Oh, you're Norman Reedus, and you take the baby.
Oh, okay. Well,
Conan
you gotta
O'Brien.
play it. It's good.
Well,
man.
I think my last point on these Game Awards is like kind of like we talked about in our main show a few weeks ago, where we talked about Game of the Year, and like 2 of my favorite games I played this year were Gris and Outer Wilds, and they're indie games, and like, are they that polished? No. Like, are they a AAA experience? No. But like, is there more passion in those games? Is the experience way better than my experience with Outer Worlds? 1,000,000%. 1,000,000%. Outer Worlds, I wish I could refund it. I got like 3 hours of gameplay out of it. It stinks.
Well, correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure the Game Awards is the big one.
It is, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And I think they have an indie bracket for best indie game of the year.
They do,
so
but
maybe you'll
okay,
see that on there.
yeah, but like those games are relegated to that segment, and nobody remembers indie game of the year. People only remember game of the year. So okay, you make a great indie game, and okay, you're fine. You can't win because you got to have the Resident Evil 2 remake in there. Control. I'm not even really sure what Control is in Outer Worlds, which, like I said, there's no substance.
Tell us how you really feel.
It's got nothing.
I'll stream it one day, and you can watch me play it, and you'll be like, I'll play for half an hour, and you guys will be like, Matt, didn't we like just see this same thing like 20 minutes ago? And I'll be like, yeah, that's all the whole game is.
If you guys get a chance, check out the Dunk of You video game, Dunky Death Stranding.
Oh, is it good?
It is, and I forget. You watch it. He's really critical of the game. I was surprised. Makes me skeptical of Hideo Kojima, which I have been for a long time now. But I forget how gullible people are on the internet, especially in the YouTube comments. I just like want to get like a feeling of people's reaction, and then like obviously he does stupid shit in his videos. Like
Yeah, like I
people
remember
don't
his
feel like-
Breath of the Wild video.
right, and they're like he's doing a review of the game though, and they're like, well, no wonder he didn't like the game. He was playing the game all wrong. Like, no, he's just making a funny point, stuff
Yeah.
like that. People have a really hard time taking it for face value, and there's this. Unfortunately, it seems like surrounding this Death Stranding game, this it's almost like that the Rick and Morty effect, where I love Rick and
Oh.
Morty, but that you need to be some type of intellectual to decipher what Hideo Kojima is trying to say.
Okay, well, that's how I feel about the
Yeah.
people that like Stadia too. It's like, oh, dude, like if you don't get cloud gaming, like what are you, some kind of idiot? Well,
Yeah.
no, like the service just isn't very good right now.
Why do I need to like sift through and like dig so deep to try and find like an actual reason or like the niche reason for why
Yeah, right.
Stadia would be good in my life, like so I can switch it from my PC to my Google phone so I can take a shit while I'm playing
It's like the
Tomb
videos on
Raider,
YouTube.
Lost, whatever from
Yeah.
6
Okay.
years ago. Like,
Before we get too far away from that,
mhm.
there are many times when I've been playing like TFT or something, and I
go.
They don't-
go.
They don't have TFT.
I really got to
Dave.
take a shit, and it would be
They don't
cool
got
as
it.
fuck if I could transfer that shit from my computer screen to my iPad or something. Why shit? So I don't have to like rush, to get back to the game before I like miss 2 rounds and lose.
Maybe
Mhm.
you're a Stadia guy, too.
Maybe.
Maybe you don't know it yet.
Okay.
It's funny that you bring up the
Nice, gotta
Hideo
figure it
Kojima
out.
thing, Wolf, because it's
Yeah.
like go on YouTube and it's like Metal Gear Solid game summary in a nutshell, and it's like a 2.5 hour long video, and it's like the video
it's totally
title's like
fucked, yeah.
summarizing it, so it's like
Yeah.
what the fuck.
I mean, it's just like you can find meaning in. It's essentially it's media. It's just like a book. It's like anything.
Interpretation.
You can sit there. You can dig for these meanings into like Metal Gear Solid games. I enjoy the story. So I'm like, this guy might be. He might have missed the mark
Well,
this time. So.
Well,
War
like a
never
good,
ends.
I mean, like a really good story is normally self-evident, right? Like you don't have to do a ton of digging for it. Like there are
Right.
layers that you can go down in it, but like if
Yeah.
it's a really good meaning, it's going to present itself to you. Yeah, I agree.
You
That's a
don't-
shame because I was really hyped for that game, and
Which
maybe
is
I'll pass.
whether the gameplay seems iffy, but then obviously you were to expect the story to be incredibly convoluted, and it is almost. People were saying to the point where it just still doesn't make any sense at the end. I think Angry Joe said something similar, that he wasn't really quite sure on all the details even after beating the game. I don't know.
Yeah,
I
that's a
think
shame.
I'll still try and play it. I think V was talking about it in the Discord, and he seemed very impressed by it. But it was also his first Hideo Kojima game. So I don't know. I'll still play it. I say I'm not going to buy for $60, and I said that about Link's Awakening too. But I think I'm just going to wait on this one and let it pan out.
Let us know how it is next week.
What's that?
Let us know how it is
Yeah.
next week.
Oh, we got to wait for it to come out on PC. I don't own a PlayStation.
Oh yeah, that's
Yeah.
true.
Oh, you got it. Oh, okay.
Yeah, I lent it to you guys, and then
Yeah. And then
We
got
gave it
rid of
back to
for
you.
the Switch.
We give it back to you.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I
I
don't
got
want
it
the
back.
viewers to think that you lent it to us and then we sold it first.
I got it back and got rid of it for my Switch.
And that makes sense. This is totally off topic. I think buying a Switch, none of those games come to PC. I'm very confident that literally 99% of everything that's out on PlayStation and Xbox right now is going to come to the PC. So
Absolutely.
you have to wait.
You know what I got on Switch, Wolf?
Hmm.
Baldur's Gate.
I was
And
thinking
it
about
feels
it.
way better.
Really? Fuck.
Baldur's Gate
There's
2?
no way.
Yeah, on into.
Wow.
There's no
Oh.
way. You're a liar.
All right, well, let's wrap the show there. I think that was long enough, Dave. I think you have to get going anyway.
Any
th-
details on the giveaway?
No, it's still going on. Yeah, check out my Twitter at Arcadian Matt if you want some exclusive BlizzCon merch. Two very large orc or horde grunt statues. They're really cool. A Diablo. A Diablo.
Work.
Oh fuck it, a couple pins and badges. I don't even care anymore. Just check it out on Twitter. I probably won't be releasing the grand prize winners probably for like another week and a half to 2 weeks. So there's a lot of time to get into it, but just double check that account if you want into it. Other than that, thank you so much for listening. I think also we're gonna have a Halo Reach video series coming out soon. If you're interested in that, check out our YouTube channel. But all right, cool. Thanks, and we'll see you next week.